Hello and welcome to your twin flame reading for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine and the current union energy going on between you and your twin flame. To get started with the week, guess I'm clearing my throat chakra here. So yes, I have felt some of that going on, some deeper levels of clearing blocks to properly expressing yourself, and I did a reading on my blog if you want to check that out for further info on that. And the number 11 comes up, one of everyone's favorite twin flame signs, or many people's. I've always loved 11 and 1111, and yeah, it is cool, and it's a pretty, like, an aesthetically pleasing looking number as well. So there's a lot more to that, and yeah, you could check it out in my blog. I use the Nature's Whispers Oracle in that, and just, of course, the perfect card comes up, and I'm sure these cards are going to be perfect as well to start off your week with, or whenever you're watching this is perfect. These readings, the intention is for you to always receive from them, so you could always go and, if you feel like it, click on a reading and see what you get, or even just like click to a random spot in a reading. That can be a fun thing to do, like using it like your own personal oracle. I just came up with that, so that's cool. I like that idea. I do that sometimes with books too, flipping to a random page. Of course, I feel like these things are never random, especially when you're really choosing to communicate with the divine and choosing to receive. And if you don't understand the message completely, you can always just sit with it and but be open to receiving more feeling and more understanding in that place. Because sometimes it's okay, like if something isn't completely clear, you might be trying to grasp onto it too much, or you might be processing it. And so it's important to allow yourself to learn and integrate fully. So there must be a good time for learning right now that's coming up. So we'll just move on to the cards now. So I have 3 cards, and these are from the Angel Tarot, originally by Doreen Virtue. They're available by, Ray Raleigh Valentine now, something like that. So, he's always been involved. But yes, you can still get the cards, but and that's true for a lot of Doreen Virtue's cards, so that is a little bit of an aside, but I know, it might look like some of them are out of print, and some of them might be, but a lot of them you can get like the new version. And then I have a Eternal Crystals Oracle card by Jade-Sky. So the Divine Feminine's card today is upside down, and an unwise choice. Dun dun dun. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. It's probably like, I'm gonna be honest, my least favorite card in the deck, but it always serves a purpose, and it's kind of to discipline the Divine Feminine at this time to look at actually where you're holding on to doubt and worry about what you're doing, instead of just like learning what you can, and also maybe honestly looking at everyone's motives in a situation. Sometimes that really can be helpful, because you can be like allowing yourself to be disrespected, for instance, if you're holding on to people-pleasing patterns, or you're just unaware of something, but you never want to let that stop you from fully loving it where you feel called to love. So you also need to just be aware, though, that you can be called right in that same place to put up a boundary, or whatever it might be. But it has to really come from the right place within. It has to come from the divine. And this is also inviting you to make a new choice completely. So maybe you're faltering a little bit in the choice that you are desiring to make, or in the process of making, which is always, a choice. If it's a choice based in love, then it's just that, it's a choice to love yourself. So it's safe to make this choice that you're feeling into right now. So you can go ahead and just do that completely. You can just, just choose to love yourself here. And in this place, that you're really feeling the need for that, and choose to be shown the way to your next choice that needs to be made into your next step, whatever that might be from the divine. Know that you're completely safe in doing that and letting whatever does not serve you, whatever the, kind of unwise part is, let that fall away. I mean, it's like dead wood or whatever. It's like you don't need that, right? So that's kind of it for this card. And it's nothing to be, of course, afraid of. It's actually a shedding of your self-limiting beliefs that is happening at this time, and honestly assessing where you are now, and again, owning and choosing love here, and reclaiming your power is really, I guess, where the word owning comes into play. There is just that the power that you feel is for you. It is yours. It's not separate from you. So you see other people succeeding in certain ways or whatever that might look like. Well, that's for you too. So you need to stop limiting yourself, and that will really help you to make better choices going forward and to release any, for instance, people-pleasing patterns. I feel like is a very common thing to look at with this card, or anything else that resonates for you that's really just kind of coming up. So yeah, just we've made the choice. Good job, you've made the choice. And so just allow that to fully integrate. So we're going to look at what's going on for the Divine Masculine, and I think that will really help clear things up. The next level: organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. The Emperor, and it's Archangel Michael, everyone's favorite. I mean, you might have another favorite too, but yeah, Archangel Michael's pretty darn awesome. I call on Archangel Michael for one thing when I am have misplaced something, when I can't find something. That can be really helpful. Archangel Michael's very helpful to me during that time. So I always appreciate that. And I have a video on Archangel Michael. I'll link it above in case you would like to check that out. So yeah, this is number 4, and it has to do with foundation. So it has to do with going deeper with your foundation. So that does require organization and logic, and to step it up. So yeah, taking some leadership in your life. It doesn't necessarily mean you need to be a politician now, or if you are, cool, but it just means you're taking, again, some leadership, some ownership in your own life somehow, and through doing that, you're naturally being a way shower. You're leading, and you're grounding the divine feminine, because she's definitely letting go of something here. And so when you let go of something, you'll sometimes even feel falling into grounding now, and you're that's a good thing. It's good to ground, and you can see how the Divine Masculine is really providing some structure there. And so that feels really good and reinforcing and reassuring and peaceful. And so, for you, the Divine Masculine, you can feel into where this is required of you right now, and or where you're already doing this, and really just appreciate yourself there, and keep on claiming your power in that place. And one way that you can actively claim your power right now is, again, to just kind of maybe perhaps plan, organize, look at something logically, but, not separate from your heart and your feelings, but just, looking at a situation and disciplining yourself to also make choices that are based in your true heart's desires. and that's really important as well. So we're going to now move on to the union cards. There's 2 of them today. The first one is very beautiful, and it is Strength. Archangel Ariel, and it's number 11 again. So I have 2 readings today with number 11 coming up. So it really is 1111. I put 1111 on the title of my blog, and I was like, well, it's really, there's 11 here, but you know, it's your twin flame mirrors you, and I think that the title of it really sticks. It's like what people relate to, 1111, but hey, it came true, so that's cool. Maybe I'll add this video to the blog too, as a, like, you know, for further study. So yeah, this says great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness, and compassion. And this really perhaps speaks to the underlying message of both of these cards, where, you know, the divine masculine can kind of discipline and everything, and there's strength required here. There's some strength, and there's also forgiveness and compassion needed to move forward and to choose, you know, to really recognize for the divine masculine what he actually desires, and to choose that and be able to move with it logically and look at it logically in a way perhaps you haven't before. Definitely uncovering something there. And then for the divine feminine, it looks like this sort of unwise choice thing that's being released here does have to do with forgiving and compassion, and then also strength, but it needs to be strength that's truly already there, like a peaceful strength, not like you trying to, you know, I don't know, like suck it up or something. So just be gentle with yourself, but also, you know, allow yourself to feel into your natural strength within and your inner peace. And power comes from peace, and strength is there for you as well, and it is all from the divine. So you don't need to do something or hold on to something either to be strong. So you can also choose to release resistance and know that that will actually increase your strength as you surrender. So we'll move on to the final, last but not least, we have Malachite. Nature, interesting, heart chakra. Well, the heart chakra is, you know, a pretty obvious sign to focus on your heart. I think what's interesting here is the nature part, number 27. And so, yeah, like you can really take this literally and just spend a little bit of time or a lot of time just in nature. And I noticed that today, you know, I just took an extra moment. Like, it was really not a lot of time, but there was just something in a moment where I spent looking at my bougainvillea in the backyard, and it was so beautiful, like just like, you know, extra colorful and everything. And then the sky on my walk today was just gorgeous on the way home as the sun was setting. Wasn't really expecting it because it didn't look very, you know, special when I set out for my walk. You know how sunsets can go, you don't always know. And yeah, the colors were there was like some coral colors and some kind of more aqua color to the sky, so it was really cool. And it was nice to really like take that in, you know, as if it's like a nice drink for you, like sip it in kind of thing. So yeah, maybe it's time to just sip in some more nature. If you experienced that recently, great. You know, don't stop there. It's safe to experience more of that. And again, it doesn't need to be like it doesn't need to be an all-day hike or something. If you have a lot to do in your life, it's really about being present, you know. Could even be with the indoor plant if you can't go outdoors, or if you're just, that feels good to you. There's a lot of, you know, things that are natural. It could even be with a cup of, herbal tea. And doing all these little things in life sometimes also really helps you appreciate being in nature even more too, because you're just like recognizing kind of the privilege of that, and of being here on earth, being able to ground and appreciate it all the bounty for what it is, and it's a very peaceful thing to be able to do that. And then you also can, through your appreciation, become more of a steward for the not just for the land, not just like you're tending to the land literally, but you really are more committed. It's much easier to commit when you're truly invested in earth, right? Like, and bringing heaven to earth feels a lot easier when you're like, yeah, this actually, I like this place, I'm digging it. Maybe you're literally digging it, get it, in the dirt. It's a good pun. So yes, I think we'll end there with that, and just take all this in, integrate it, have a wonderful beginning to your week. And something else you could do for your heart chakra that I always really enjoy is Jeff and Shalia's meditation CD. If you go to twinflamesuniverse.com, you'll find the page to the meditation CD there, and I listen to that very frequently, and it's really great. Really helps, it really helps in a lot of ways, but also for clearing and balancing and attuning yourself, really deeply within your heart chakra and your whole chakra system. So yes, you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, because I think that it's a good idea. It's totally up to you. And then you get notifications. I think you can hit the notification button too, so you're sure to get them when I put out a new reading. And like this. If you liked it, then I always appreciate the likes. I love the likes. And hey, take a look at the links below. For instance, my readings, I have a Cosmic Destiny report that is, I'm going to be increasing the rate for that probably by the end of the month. It just requires a lot of energy, but who cares about that from your perspective? What do you get from it? Well, it's healing, and it's also looking at your astrological charts with you and your twin flame, and it's looking at your destiny cards and channeled information as well. So it's a combo of everything, and where everything I feel like meets in a way that's really gonna be valuable to you. And so that's what that is about. But I have a lot of other readings too. That's just one of them. So yeah, you can check those out. You can work with me coaching. I love coaching. You can clear blocks to harmonizing your union, to your life purpose, to everything. It's super fun. I love coaching sessions, and they're helpful. And every coaching session I both give and receive, because I receive coaching too, it's like life-changing every time. I don't really know how else to put it. I'm not even overemphasizing it. It's really true. So yeah, check out all of that below, and take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.